Would I pass a level 2 instructor qualification? That's what we're going to unpack today in the video. It's a bit of a special video. I'm going to give you a behind the scenes look at a instructor qualification. And the video that I'm about to show you is myself performing a instructor assessment with a group of trainee coaches on a recent coach qualification course. And I want you just to have a look at the structure of the session and maybe look at it through an ecological dynamics lens. Have a look at the session itself in terms of how I coach it. Look at things like my communication, how I organized them, how I structured the drills, and how is it different to some of the videos that I previously posted in terms of how I coach. What are the positives of coaching this way? Are there any drawbacks of coaching this way? I hope you enjoyed the video. If you are doing your instructor assessment, hopefully you may find this useful as well. Please leave down in the comments any thoughts, and if you want to send me an email with any questions directly, please feel free, steve@mytenniscoaching.com. Enjoy the video.
Guys, imagine we've done a racket warm-up, so I'm going to go throw you straight in here, which is good. Okay, that was an amazing warm-up. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to have a little game, and here's the situation. We're going to imagine that you and your opponent are locked in a cross-court battle, forehand to forehand here. We're all right-handed, aren't we? Absolutely perfect. So we're locked in a forehand battle, and we're going to imagine that the player down that side has hit a really deep ball here, and they've really put me under a little bit of pressure. So I'm actually going to move that back a little bit more. And we're going to imagine that this player here gives away a short ball slightly to the backhand side. And all I want is that player down there to hit that ball and play the point out. Any way you want. How's that sound? Yeah, so cross-court battle. Yeah, you can make the noise. We're not going to make the noises. But we're going to imagine I'm going to feed the ball in here, slightly to the backhand side. They hit that shot and then play the point out. Sound pretty good? Can I have two players down that end? We'll have two players down this end. One player resting at the back, one player resting in the back here. And we're just going to set this up in terms of position. So one player right against the fence or the curtain. And then my next player just on the yellow line over there. Behind the baseline. All right, so we're going to set the players up in realistic positions. So if you come here, inside shoe on there for me. Inside shoe on the line. Inside shoe. Okay, so we're imagining we're in a cross-court battle. I'm going to feed that ball in, and then we play the point out. I'm going to move out the way. Okay. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay, ready? Feed the ball in. Play the point out. And just play it. Okay, and then change over next to him. All right, so hang on. So yellow line. Inside foot on the line. Inside foot on the line. Yeah, so you two change. You ready? So cross-court battle. I feed in the short ball. We play the point out. Woo. All right, change over. All right, now we get the idea. We'll do 2 points on, 2 points off. All right, so I'm going to clear this ball out the way. So we're in a realistic position. I'm going to get nice and tight here. I'm going to feed the ball. Oh, tight. Stop. Sorry. Bad feed. Sorry. Not concentrating. Thinking one step ahead. Inside foot, come on. It's all right, here we go. So there's the ball. Shocking feed, I'm sorry. Play the point out. All right, change. 2 points on, 2 points off. Let's go again. 2 points on. It's all right, I know. Here we go. That's a better feed. All right, and again. So 2 points on, 2 points off, and then we're going to change ends. It's all right, have another go. Inside foot on that line, inside foot on the line. There we go. Woo! It's got some heat. Sorry, I put you off. Put me off a little bit. I definitely have that effect on people. All right, let's change ends. All right, let's have a go. So change ends. So I've set my game assessment up. What I'm assessing is the ball I'm feeding. So I'm feeding the ball slightly to the backhand side. Back line, so yellow line again at the back. Keep going. There we go. I'm just seeing what the player does with the ball. All right, inside foot. So I'm going to feed a short ball, and then I'm going to play the point out. There we go. Whoa, nice shot. We'll do 2 points on, 2 points off. Inside shoot. I like the intention though, going in and around. All right, next 2 players in. All right, switch it around again. We'll get there by Friday, it's fine. Okay, inside foot on that line for me. Don't worry about me, I'm going to move out the way. That's a bad ball. Backhand again. Down the line. Okay, we'll do 4 more. So as a coach, all I'm looking at here is just what they do with this first ball. What shot do they play? Where do they go? How do they hit it? Interesting. Whoa! Here we go. Now we're getting competitive. I reckon that hoodie's going to come off in a minute. Ah. Oh, sorry, mate. Bit wide. 2 more. Whoa! Blame me for the feed. I literally just set you up there, mate. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And relax. Can we give them a big round of applause? Woo! Just come and gather around. I'll just explain. Would you like to move the bench over here? Because it looks like you've been told off. It looks like you're on your own. I feel really guilty. So, did we notice anything? If you look at your sheets maybe, or just in general, was there a lot of coaching going on from me? No coaching. 0 coaching, because I'm assessing. Yeah, and I don't want to say too much, because I don't want to give the game away of what I believe might be good practice or not. Okay, so I'm not coaching here, I'm just looking. I'm just looking at that first ball. What else did you notice? What about maybe my feeding? Where was I feeding from? Behind the baseline? Where the player would be standing. And how often do we see tennis coaches either feed from here, generally, David Lloyd coach, yeah? Or most coaches, when they do a drill like this, don't worry, I'm not going to hit you, but most coaches, when they're feeding this drill, they'd feed from here. The problem is, like, a big part of tennis, I'm looking at this a bit later on, perception. We need information from the ball, where it's coming from, our opponent's position. If I'm standing out there, the flight path of the ball is incorrect. Therefore, the information the player gets incorrect. So I've got to be quite close to the player. Yeah, a little bit too snug at times, but it's fine. I'm also thinking about what type of ball I'm feeding in. So what did I do at the very start? Did I just set the drill up, or did I maybe tell a story? Tell a bit of a story. Can you remember my story, Will? Oh, mate, you've definitely improved your recall from when you were a player. Well done, mate. That's good. Yeah, so I set the scene. There's a story. Okay, you're locked in a cross-court battle. Play down the far end. You've hit a ball so deep, you've jammed this player up, and they've given you a short ball slightly to the backhand side. Short ball slightly to the backhand side. So then when I feed it, it has to look like a jammed up forehand, which generally looks like mine anyway. Yeah, so I just feed it, no spin, roughly to the backhand side. And then all I'm looking at is where they hit it, how they hit it, what shot they hit it with, and what effect does it have on this player here. Did you notice anything about when they were that side? Out of interest, and then I'll tell you what I noticed.
A lot of players chose to hit forehand.
Yeah, mainly hit forehand. Probably a good decision. Why?
It's a more aggressive approach shot.
Yeah, it's generally everyone's strength, isn't it? And that's what I'd like to see the player do. Again, it depends if their forehand is their stronger shot. I did this at Northwood a few months back, and the guy goes, well, my backhand's better. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, but I'm looking where they're comfortable. More often they went to the forehand. Would you say your forehand's your best shot, you four? Really? Oh, I'm joking. Yeah, so good. So all tried to use their strength, which is pretty good. What else did anyone notice?
People went back. They didn't come to the net.
Yes. So most of them went backwards. A couple did come in every now and then, generally after the winner, though. It was not normally after, so there was very little approach shots. There was always either hit it, recover, or hit it for the winner. Great observation.
A lot of players were hitting back to the player straight away instead of just lasering it in the corner. I don't know if they just want to hit more balls or is that the drill?
Probably just been coaching to hit the ball back to an opponent. It's probably a coach's problem. But you're right, a lot of the balls went back to the forehand side, didn't they? So a lot of them came here. 1 or 2 might have went down the line, but most of them either came back to the player or back to the forehand. And that's what I'm looking at. And then I'm looking at, okay, how can I make it a little bit better? How can I improve it as a coach? And that's my game assessment. So I set up a situation that I want to have a look at. I set the scene by telling a bit of a story. I make sure the players are set up in the right positions. And again, when I look at these videos back a lot of the time, a lot of coaches will have the players stood in the middle. Believe it or not, we don't play tennis in the middle. More often than not, players are off-centre because they're generally hitting cross or line. So they're very rarely in the middle. So it blows my mind how coaches get players to start from here. This player's a little bit further back than them because they've been pushed back deep. Again, goes back to the scene. I feed the ball in, which I want to see. And then I'm just watching what happens next. And that's my game assessment. And that should take 7 minutes. How did I organise the players? Quite an easy way of doing it. Yeah, 1 off, 1 on. Yeah, and to be honest, tennis players, you got what, 20, 25 seconds between points? And that's probably what roughly they were off anyway. So that's okay. I don't have all 4 players down there and I'm just basket feeding them. Okay, so that's the first part. Would anyone like to come out and do the second part, or would you like my glamorous assistants to carry on? Oh, would anyone like to come out? Oh, sorry, mate. What a trooper. Right, as a coach, straight away, I know I'm not using names very well. So James. Chubbs? Chubbs. Really? Okay, fair enough. Chubbs. Harry. Will, James, Chubbs, and Harry. Okay, so I've done my game assessment. I've got what I want to work on. I've got to do a demonstration now. So we're going to demonstrate it on this side, because that's the side the player's going to play on. Okay, boys, come down this side. Harry, Chubbs, James, Will on the outside tram line. All right, well done. That was really, really good first practice. Died of cold. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. I'm editing that one out of the video. All right, that was pretty good. So the situation was we were locked in a cross-court battle. This player's been pushed back. Sorry, you've pushed that player back down the far end. You've hit a really deep ball. The ball then comes in short to your forehand. What opportunity might you have here? What shot might you want to hit? Go on, Harry. You might go backhand slice down the line. Thanks, Harry. Just ruined my video, but absolutely fine. What shot did you say, Harry? Forehand? Backhand slice. So Harry might go backhand slice down the line. That's absolutely fine. Anyone else do anything different? So you'll go forehand.
I might go forehand as well down the line.
Forehand down the line. Forehand down the line. For the benefit of tape, Harry would pick forehand down the line, but I'm going to be a good coach and allow you to slice down the line. Okay, so why would you hit a forehand and not a backhand? Why would that might be a good option?
You're more consistent shot.
Potentially. Is it generally a strength, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so once you come into here and you get round it onto your forehand, if you're hitting a forehand, where might be a good optimal place to go? So I've got options. I can go into the forehand, I can go down the middle, or into the backhand. Into the backhand. Why might the backhand be a good choice?
Because that may be their weakest shot.
It's generally their weaker shot, isn't it? So it's a good opportunity, especially if that ball's quite slow, for me to recognise it. If I can get my body around it here, I could then come into the backhand corner and apply some pressure on them. Yeah, maybe, but we'll see how good we hit it. I like the idea, but I've got faith that you can hit it really well. So what I'd like you to do, and I noticed that quite a lot in the warm-up as well. So in the warm-up, most of us went to the backhand, and we didn't win many points. And a few occasions we did go to the forehand, we actually won the point. So that's what I'd like us to work on now. I like the idea of the slice.
It's more like a placement more than aggressive. It depends on how high the ball is and how close.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. For this next one, just for this one, can you maybe practice the forehand? And then in the next drill, when we open up a bit more, maybe practice that slice. So, ball's going to come in. What I'd like you to do is get your body out the way. Because what I noticed was a lot of the time you were coming in and you were just getting jammed up. And that was making you hit the ball back cross. So I wanted to get around the ball a little bit more. I'm still struggling with my cold. So I'm going to feed the ball in, inside foot here. Ball's going to come in. You're going to move, get your body out the way, turn your hips and shoulders, and you're going to try and find the backhand corner over there with the shot. We're going to do 2 shots at a time, but I'll do 3 for the demo. Ball comes in. I'm going to move, get around the ball here, create some space between me and the ball, and find the backhand corner. I'm going to do it a 3rd time because I'm a good coach. This is a good demo. Ball comes in. I'm going to come around the ball, find the backhand corner by getting my body out the way. How am I going to get the ball into the backhand corner? What am I going to do with my body? Nice. Yeah, so try and get it out the way. The way we'll set this up, 1 player with me, 2 players here, taking it in turns, 2 goes each. 1 player just collecting balls. And then we'll rotate round. Just give it a go. 2 players here. 1 player with me, 1 collecting some tennis balls at the back of the court as well. So I've done my demo. Some nice spanners thrown in the work there with some backhand slice and stuff. That's okay. I like that. So now we're going to do the closed practice. We're just going to do the 2 shots. So Chubbs, you're going to hit the forehand. James is going to just hit the 1 shot back. And what we're looking at is the effect you have on James. So can you make him either miss the backhand or give a short backhand on an easier backhand away? Yeah, so can you put some effect on him? So back here, James.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. So we're going to feed the ball in. Have another go. So this is where I start to teach now. That's where I start to coach. Inside foot. Here we go. And change over. It's okay. So do 2 and change. It's going to give you a couple of goes just to get the feel. That's okay. Whoa. What did you do really well? Oh man, you're like an absolute Latin dancer the way you got around that ball. That's pretty good. Those hips don't lie. Right, here we go. So ball comes in. Oh, pretty good again. Right, let's go again. Cheb's ready? Start getting some balls in. Right, here we go. Oh! Chubbs, what did you do differently on that one compared to the other 2? Oh man, you were literally turning all over the place. That was so good. Ready again? Oh, off the line, well adjusted, but found the backhand and forced the error as well. That's pretty good. Now boys, I just probably noticed James is a little bit cheating here. He's sort of moving across a little bit early, so you can't move until the ball bounces.
Right.
But I like the idea though, because you're thinking. All right, here we go. Try again. Remember what you did before, and it was really effective. There you go, mate. Harry, what was different between that one and the previous one? Oh, absolutely, mate. It was so much better. On the first one, just got a little bit jammed up. But that second one, again, just got a little bit of space between you and the ball. All right, let's change it over a little bit. So we'll go 2 and a 2. So you 2 change, you 2 down that end. And because we're not getting through many tennis balls, what we'll do, Chubbs and Harry, you can just switch out. So 1 off, 1 on. Yeah, collecting tennis balls. Will was so quick, he just looked a bit bored. Right, you ready? Feed the ball in. Great effort, Will. Challenge here is, can you find this backhand a little bit more? 2 shots, Will. So remember what we talked about the spacing with the body. Terrible feed, mate. I'm sorry. Change out, 2 in, 2 out. Come on, Harry. Oh, good effort. James, just interested, what made you hit a backhand?
He kind of came to that side.
Okay. Did you see it early, see it late?
Probably a bit late.
Okay. So challenge here is, can you see it just a little bit earlier? Yeah, because I reckon if you see it a little bit earlier, you might be able to get around it. Good news is you hit a forehand. Yeah, so we're getting there. Progress. Here we go again. Well, what did you do differently on that one? Because you absolutely found Chubbs' backhand right in the corner. That was unbelievable. Well, to be honest, effort plays a huge part. A little bit of commitment goes a long way. So that's actually a positive thing. Well done. Oh, Will, if only you tried when I used to coach you, eh? Might be a decent player by now. Well done, Will. Oh, James, talk me through that one.
Spotted it early, got round to it. Spotting over there. That was good.
Oh, mate, that was so good. And I think the key there is seeing it early, because you were literally like the flash. You were moving way before the bounce and got right behind the ball. This is 40 quid each, by the way, for this session. Right, here we go again. All right. Let's hold it there. Let's give a bit of a ripple of applause as well. Woo! All right, just come across, and so that's the teaching part. So we've done the observation analysis. I've noticed that they kept hitting the ball to the forehand. It wasn't very effective. They weren't going into the backhand. We've had a bit of a talk about it. Yeah, we had the spanner work with a slice, which I kind of like that, because in a proper situation, I want the players to use their strengths. But for the assessment point of view, like, just say forehand, that please, make it easy. But it's all right. I like that. Just make life easier for each other. What was my teaching point? What was my technical teaching point, if you want to say technique? What do I want the players to try and do a little bit better of? Get around the ball a little bit more. Because again, even in my observation analysis, just getting jammed up, getting too tight, and that's going to have an effect on where they can send the ball. And I explain it in the demo. How many times did I show it? 3 times. What did I do at the end? A bit clunkily, wasn't the best at the end. Check for learning. Yeah, what do I need to do with the body? Get around the ball. Set them up. 2 practicing. 1 player this side, because I want to see the cause and effect. And how often do we see coaches when they do a basket drill, they'll feed the ball into Will, Will hits it into an empty court, coach goes, good shot. How do I know it's a good shot? We don't know it's a good shot until we see the effect. So they're not playing the point out, but we're seeing the effect that Will's shot has on Harry or James or Chubbs. Everyone's pretty active as well. What about my coaching? Did anyone notice anything about my coaching? Yeah. So it's a lot of, okay, how'd that feel? What did you do differently on that one compared to the other one? When they made errors, did I say anything? Opening the question. But when they missed a shot, did I say anything, really? Yeah, next time. Next time. And then I waited for back to the good shot. Can you remember what that good shot felt like before? What was the difference between that shot and the previous one? I'm getting the players to self-analyse, because guess what? When you all play matches, who does all the assessment? The player, not the coach. And my job as a coach there was trying to guide them to finding the solution. And I think it was James before. How come you hit a forehand on that one? I've seen it a bit late. Okay, well, can you see it a bit earlier? The next one sees it early, absolutely creams it down the line. And we have to understand, and we'll look at this a bit later on, more often than not, it's not a technical point. Not putting enough effort in might be an issue. And fair play, great self-awareness. I tried a little bit harder. Great, we'll do that again then. So again, coaches doesn't have to be this technical, okay, hit the ball in front, low to high. It's seeing what the problem is, getting the players a self-review as well. That's quite high level, because obviously it's me doing it, but if you look at the game that way, it becomes a little bit easier to coach. Any questions on what we've covered so far? Are you guys and girls still awake? Yeah. Good question. So your video, you're allowed a minimum of 3, a maximum of 4. Make life easy for yourself, have 3 players. Because even with 4, I think it's a bit clunky. Yeah, because you've got 2 on, 2 off, 2 on, 2 off. But if you have 3, you'd have 2 down the action end, 1 down this end. But I would have 3 players. You can have a choice, singles or doubles. Again, singles is a lot easier than doubles because there's not as many plates spinning. Great question. And I would just have 3 players roughly the same standard. And we'll do more questions on that in a minute. Any other questions about how I teach it? And then that should last about 7 or 8 minutes. See where I am with my timer in a few minutes' time. So I've done the game assessment. I've done the teaching. Now I'm going to progress it as well. So how do I progress it? I'll probably just add a shot in before or after. So what shot might I add in before? What might happen? So my situation is cross-court battle, forehand to forehand. That player's pushed that player deep. What shot before might that player hit? Or maybe what shot after might they hit? Or I could add the serve. Yeah, so definitely could bring a serve in before. Any other shots that might come before from that side? It might be a deep cross-court forehand, mightn't it? Okay, so I don't have to do a demonstration now, but I might get the players together. All right, oh my God, that was so good. You must have a really good coach. So good. Yeah, the fact the way you all got your body around the ball, found the backhand was great. What I'd like you to do now is make it a little bit more game realistic. So we're going to bring in a shot before. So all I'm going to do, there'll be 2 feeds now. First ball, you go deep cross. Then I feed in the short ball. And then I want you to play the point out. Happy with that? Let's change ends. So my progression here, I'm just adding in another shot. All right, we'll do 2 points on, 2 points off. All right, here we go. So 2 shots this time. So you're not going to play the first shot, yeah? Unless you reckon you can. Do you reckon you can get it back short? Or do you want me to feed it?
I probably could.
All right, tell you what, let me feed it first. All right, 2 shots. So go deep cross. And then we'll go short, play it out. Well left. That's a great decision to leave that one. All right, ready? 2 points on, 2 points. Yeah, let's do 2 on, 2 off. Here we go. So deep ball cross. That's a much better deep ball. Well done. Then the short ball. Woo! Right down his throat. Same old MacBook. Change over. There we go. That's a good deep ball. Definitely going to get a short ball off that one. Whoa! Harry's not messing. Okay, ready? Deep ball cross. Then the short ball. Now you can move. Oh, you moved too early. You moved too early. So that's one way in which I can do it. The second way, which is a bit more challenging for the players, is can you hit his deep ball cross? And then let's see the effect. So go deep ball cross and see if you can get a short ball from him. Ready? And play it out. Whoa, just wide. Yeah, so did well there, got the short ball. Tough feed. Yeah, still got the short ball. Oh, dipping at his feet. Ready? Oh, you can hit it back if you want.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, sorry, mix up in the team. Do you want to hit it back or do you want me to feed it?
You feed it.
I'll feed it. I'm feeding both. Sorry, mate. A deep ball cross. It's a bad ball. I'll feed the next one. Hang on. Oh, look at that ball. Didn't even, not even flustered. Didn't even blink. All right, let's change it over. Switch it around. So there's two ways in which I can do it. If this player is comfortable enough or capable enough of hitting the first ball back, great. Or I can do it in 2 single feeds. Ready? Let's wait for James. Okay, here we go. Deep ball cross. All right, nice. A little bit shorter if you can. Good shot, though. Yeah, so if you can get it short, that'd be great. Sorry, my fault. Whoa! Play that again. Ready, Will? So deep ball cross. Oh, so what's that ball, please, James? Thank you. Yeah, get it short, that'd be great. Here we go, deep ball cross. Whoa! Let's try that one again. It's challenging. I'll feed it in. I'll feed both in. Here you go, deep cross first. Then we got the short one. Terrible angle. All right, change over. Oh, it's a good shot. Yeah, find that backhand. Every time you find the backhand, Will, you definitely have success. We'll do 2 more. All right, nice. Let's try and use the court a little bit more. Yeah, we don't play up and down the middle if we can. Can you get that short ball? Try again. I'll feed both in. I'll feed both, okay? So go deep ball cross. I'll feed in the second ball. Play the point out. Then we have the second one. All right, good effort. Round of applause for the players. Woo! Just come in, well done. So again, with the progression, we just add in another shot. It could be a shot before, a shot after. What shot could we introduce afterwards? Someone mentioned it before. So short ball, yeah, you might come in. She might come in, you might have a volley. Then you have a game at the end. The game at the end is just your game assessment again. Feed in the short ball, play the point out. And what I'm looking for now is some progress. So we'll do it as champs and challenges. So we'll have 3 challenges down there, 1 champion down here. So let's go back to the start. So imagine we're in a cross-court rally. I feed in the short ball, play the point out. Can you defeat our champion? You ready, champion? Oh, he's definitely ready. So can we put into practice what we've been doing? Just watch that ball for me, sorry. The one here, the one in the service box. Just in case you go full on Roger Federer and come in. Right, you can't move until the ball bounces over there. No cheating. Here we go. Oh, see, I knew Will was going to come in. That's champ. Now remember, this is an open situation, so you can do what you want with the short ball. You don't have to go into the backhand. You can now bring the slice in. You can go back in behind. So you might want to look at the information the player's giving you a little bit more now as well. Inside shoe. Can't move till the ball bounces. Oh, I've created a demon down that end. Why was that so good? Why was that so good? What made that so good?
Power.
How did you get the power?
Because I got round to it.
Mate, so good. Just get your body out the way, created a space to move the racket. That was so good. Definitely owe me some money after this. Here we go. Whoa! Is there anything that you could have seen from your opponent that may give that game away?
It was coming in early.
The way he was shaping up. Good shot. Yeah, you're champ. And he told us before that's his go-to shot. Nice shot. That's pretty good. Hey, it worked, mate. Doesn't matter how it looks. Inside shoe here. Can't move until the ball bounces. Right, we'll do a couple more points. But I tell you what, our challenges here, we're having so many changeovers. Must have a good coach. Oh, I'm going to call it out. I think it was just out. He's played it. I don't know why he's played it, but he has. Oh, he's just playing me. He just wants to win it twice. All right, last point. Winner takes all to be our champion of the week. Might get a little sticker. All right, this is it. You ready?
Yep.
All right, champion Harry. Give him a round of applause. Woo! So, come and join us. We started off with a game assessment. What was the situation I was assessing? Can you remember? Long time ago now. Cross-court battle, forehand to forehand, so both back. We'll call that, we'll look at it a bit later on. We talked about the play that end. Forces a short ball from this end. What shot were we assessing? Yeah, the mid-court ball. And then we were looking at what they do with it, where do they go, how effective are they. We analysed as a group, okay, too many going into the forehand, too many going into the middle, hardly any going into the backhand. Let's work on that. Then what happened next? So I did a game assessment, I picked what I was going to work on. The reasons why I made quite obvious. What did I do next? You remember, I got the players down that end. Demoed it. There we go. Nick's on it. Yeah. So I did a little demonstration. Yeah. Explain what I seen. Gave them some options. Yeah. Okay. So what shot you're going to hit? Forehand or backhand? One player said backhand, which is fine. 3 went with the forehand, but hopefully at the end we agreed that forehand would be a better choice. Then we talked about options. Do we go forehand, middle, or backhand? And then we agreed as a group, let's go into the backhand. So again, a big part of coaching is that co-creation with players. I'm giving them options. My job is to guide them to better options. Yeah, we had the forehand slice, or maybe let's try the backhand slice, let's try the forehand. Did a demo, did it 3 times, check for learning. The demo itself, you can just drop feed a demo. It's sometimes difficult with adult beginners if someone's feeding you and the balls are spraying everywhere. Yeah, my teaching point was getting the body out the way. So I could just drop feed that. Then what came next? What was the next part of the lesson? Oh, not quite. We practiced the one shot, didn't we? So we set the players up. I just fed in the short ball. They had a practice of hitting that one shot. They had a little bit of repetition just to sort of get the feel for it as well. And that's where the big bulk of the coaching came in. And how I coached was, okay, how did that feel? What was different between that one and the other one? How was your spacing? Yeah, so I was just staying on the point of spacing. There's a little bit of being ready, putting effort in as well, but they came up with those great ideas. I just rolled with it. Then we added the shot in. The progression was add the shot in. And then we finished off for a game. and the game was back to the start, game assessment, would you say the game assessment was different? Sorry, the game at the end was different to the game assessment? Did we see progress? Did you see progress? I did, massively, because if you think about it, in the game assessment, this side was winning quite a few points. In the game at the end, that side was so dominant. I think only once or twice did this side win.
And there you have it. So that's an interesting look behind the scenes of an instructor qualification. And again, it's a little bit staged. I am pretending to be a coach. I am showing the instructors the qualification criteria. I'm taking them through the structured lesson that they need to conduct for their assessment. And hopefully you've seen some good coaching practice in there as well. Please watch the video on the screen now. And until next time, I'll see you soon.